Black Alpha Network, home of Black excellence.
All right, certified Black Society, B1 family. This the Black Alpha Network, Black Alpha 6, back at it one more time. What it is, what it do, man. Let's get after this motherfucker, because there's a lot of shit we got to break the fuck down today. And we are the only ones who gonna handle this business. I'm talking about that work, that real work. The whole certified Black Society, that go for you, me, all of us. So pull you up a chair, get you a drink. If you riding, crank that motherfucker up. If you smoking, roll that shit up, light that shit, and let's get after them. Because this one goes out to all the brothers, all the sisters, all the kings, the queens, the goddess, and the gods. They ain't fucking with us because we are unbreakable. Proceed. Alright, yeah, so hey, I hope y'all doing good though, by the way, on all that shit, all that certified Black, B1, yes indeed, but it don't mean nothing if you ain't living good, if you ain't feeling good, if you ain't in a good space. So I hope everybody's doing good, I hope everybody's living good. I love y'all, I respect y'all, I appreciate y'all. This is Black family, we more than just a little team, we more than just a style, we a whole fucking movement. All of us. I'm talking about every certified FBA rider. Straight up, I salute you 1,000,000 times over. Let's go get this fucking work. We gonna talk about these Black activists. We gonna take these motherfuckers, break these motherfuckers down one by one, expose them, run them off the block, and kick their ass out the building. Cause that's what we do. In other places, they let motherfuckers get away with shit. In other places, they make excuses and alibis and all that shit. We got zero tolerance for motherfuckers going off code. You know? Cause remember, every time a motherfucker go off code, they just putting a bigger target on the youth. They putting a bigger target on the next generation. And for the next generation not to have to deal with the bullshit, this generation gotta solve it. And when I say generation, I'm not talking about when you was born. I'm talking about anybody out there breathing with air and oxygen in your lungs right now. It's our job to get rid of these suckers. It's our job to get rid of the bullshit. And that's what the fuck we gonna do, because ain't nobody gonna do it for us. But guess what? We don't want they fucking help. Straight up. Because we are all we got. And I love that. I love the fact that we all we got. You know, I don't want nobody else. I don't need nobody else. I got y'all. As long as we got each other, can't nothing break us. That's the realest shit ever fucking spoken. And y'all don't understand how passionate, how deep this shit runs with me. I love my Black B1 family. It means everything to me. If being Black is wrong, I don't want to be white. Or any other motherfucking group. You dig? So spotlight on these motherfuckers and let's break them down. Every single one of these people out here who are benefiting off the Black struggle, who use the Black struggle as a platform to get across their white supremacist agenda, to get across their white liberal agenda, to get across any agenda that is not B1 on code, their ass is in trouble right now. Oh, they in deep motherfucking trouble, because they ain't never had no real certified FBA on them, but they do now. We gonna talk about Fraud King, yeah, we gonna get his ass. We gonna talk about Tamika Mallory and her Grammy Awards counterfeit Cadillac selling ass. She's done. We already knocked off Ben Crump, his ass done. Tamika Mallory boyfriend, My Son, his ass is done, just like his rap career. Well, it never started, but that motherfucker's in trouble. Every one of them, we're gonna line them up and knock them down, because they deserve it and we the ones that do it. Because I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna do a lot of things, but you are not gonna con good Black folks. You are not going to make a living off of dead Black people, including Black women and children. I ain't going for that. And any motherfucker out there that makes an excuse or an alibi for anybody trying to profit off the death of Black men, women, and children, then you on that line and we gonna lace your ass up too, because there's plenty of smoke to go around and we would deliver that shit personally to you. Like the motherfucking FedEx and UPS truck, straight to your doorstep. First motherfucker up is this Shaun King or Fraud King or whatever the motherfucker is. I don't think he knows what he is. You know, you ask this motherfucker what race is he can't even give you a straight answer. The easiest thing in the world is being able to identify your own self. He can't even identify himself without stumbling, mumbling, fumbling, and rumbling. You know what I'm saying? So you never trust a motherfucker if you ask them what they are and they can't even tell you and explain to you what they are. That's a motherfucker who's a fronter. That's a motherfucker who's a liar, a snake, and a thief. And that's what this motherfucker is. Now, I know people say they give out race receipts, and that's good. I like giving out race receipts, but I do a little more. I give it a little extra. I give these motherfuckers not receipts. I give out spoilers. And we gonna spoil a whole goddamn game on this punk motherfucker. Cause I've been doing a little research on this kid. And I seen a whole bunch of shit that don't sit right. But before I go there, let me say this. I never liked this guy. There was always something that just threw me off of this cat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know that when me and my brother call a real nigga radar? Okay, I got a real nigga radar. And every time I seen this motherfucker, my shit start beeping and chirping. My antennas went up. Y'all, hey, black folks, y'all know what the fuck it is. We got a real nigga radar. I don't know what them other motherfucking groups got, alright? But y'all know, black folks, when that motherfucker who come around and they just rub you wrong, and just something about these motherfuckers is off, and you be like, nah, I don't like the motherfucking energy. I don't like your motherfucking vibe. I don't like your words, your actions. I don't like the way you move, your fucking mannerisms. I don't like nothing about that guy. Something about that motherfucker just don't sit right with me. You remember when you was younger and your mom or daddy say, don't bring that motherfucker back to my house, or don't bring that motherfucker around here? That's the vibe I get from this fraud king guy. Don't trust this motherfucker. Not at all. And the more we see through this punk, and your third eye and your motherfucking radars go up, every time he talk, I see a flag every fucking time. Never liked this dude. So I would watch this cat from afar, play him to a distance, and I would see little funny ass shifty shit this motherfucker would be doing. And I realized that ain't no certified black. That ain't no real foundational black American. That definitely ain't no B1. That is your typical camouflaged white supremacist. That is your white supremacist, white liberal motherfucker who uses the black platform to get off white liberal ideologies. This happens all the fucking time. White liberals come in since they play good cop, because remember, in the system of white supremacy, they have to have a good cop, bad cop. They gotta have one motherfucker who's overt, one motherfucker who's covert. We speak about this all the time. White supremacy has got so motherfucking petty and so motherfucking sneaky that nowadays they'll just make up a black person. I ain't lying. They'll just create a black and they'll create that motherfucker and send them in. That's why now they try to run with this term transracial. Transracial basically just means we're going to make up a black person and we're going to send them in and they're going to infiltrate black society. That's just what it means. Before they used to have to be sneaky about that shit and come up with all these little plays. Now they don't have to do that. Now they can say that person's transracial. They want to be black. Y'all black folks better accept them. And when the motherfuckers get there, they sell us out. They undercut us. That's what they do. But unfortunately for them, every time they send one of them motherfuckers in, we gonna be right here ready, certified blacks, and we gonna send their asses right back out. They line them up, we knock them down. Easy work. Okay, now since we own it, let's answer a question about Shaun King that apparently he can't even fucking answer. But we all know the truth. They asked Shaun King simply, what race are you? Do y'all know this motherfucker said, the guy on my birth certificate ain't my dad? Okay, well, who is he? I'm not gonna tell you who he is. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you who my mom was fucking and what dick she had in the mouth. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just saying he's not the guy that he says he is when they put it on the paper. And I'm sitting here reading this shit like, what the fuck? Okay. That's some straight up motherfucking Rachel Dolezal. Matter of fact, bruh, at least Rachel Dolezal will tell you who her parents are. At least we know who Rachel Dolezal's parents are. Who the fuck is your parents? We know your white mama. Okay, we understand that. Cool, gotcha. Who your daddy, bruh? You said that your daddy was a light-skinned black man. Your birth certificate says it was a white man. So you say that the person on the birth certificate ain't really a daddy. So the motherfucker your mama was fucking signed your birth certificate? And you say you're not going to indulge in your mama's affairs. So it's a secret affair she had, but it wasn't secret enough for him not to sign the motherfucking birth certificate. Have y'all ever in your life seen someone have a secret affair and then put their name on the fucking dotted line? Apparently it wasn't too much of a motherfucking secret if the man signed his name on your birth certificate, bruh. Think about it. Then he's all loose and shit with his words like indulge and not gonna speak and tell. He couldn't answer the fucking question. He couldn't answer it. In reality, what it is you not really a black dude. What ties you to blackness? What ties you to being a foundational black American? All this super duper black power shit that you be kicking, what is your tie to this heritage? What is your tie to the fucking genetics? What is your tie to the lineage? You ain't got none. What I do see is a white mother and a mystery man on your birth certificate. And if that's what the fuck it is, say that's what the fuck it is. Be true to yourself. The easiest thing you can do on this fucking planet is be true to yourself. Unless you got an agenda. Unless you got a snake, slum, white supremacist, white liberal agenda. Where you are, what I said earlier, a creator black. A guy who says he's black, but we can't even point to one black parent. Hey, listen, we can't even point to one black parent. How the fuck is he black? This motherfucker can't even provide a half a black parent. Literally, there's nothing black that we can find in this dude's genetic makeup. Nothing. He can't even show you. Fuck what we can find. He can't even show or present to us anything black from a genetic standpoint. He ain't got no black family members. He ain't got no black grandma, grandpa. I know Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans, and Cubans that got pictures of fucking black grandparents. George Zimmerman was pulling out fucking, this is my great grandpa, and he's a nigger. What you got, Fraud King? Nothing? Zilp? Nada? Exactly, because you ain't black. You's a creative black motherfucker who's really a decoy for white liberals. And since we know that he's a liberal, white supremacist decoy, let's go even further and let's break down this motherfucking snake agenda. And when you look at every single issue that he supports, all you see is white liberal policy, white liberal policy, white liberal policy. It's a bunch of white liberal policies and blackface. Just like he is a white liberal in, I guess, wannabe blackface. I don't know what the fuck he is. And that's what you always got to look out for. You got to look out for these people who come about in the black community and they got all these white liberal policies that they're trying to pass off as black policies. It be shit that no black person that you meet is even representing. No certified foundational black American even wants this shit. And they'll be like, oh, do this. And it's really a white policy. They'll say, hey, do that. And it's really a white policy. They'll say, hey, that's good for y'all. And it's really a white policy. They're trying to take black issues and they're trying to erase and replace them with white liberal policies. And they're using fake creative blacks like him to come and do it. So this motherfucker has a long list of policies, and every single one of these policies are white liberal policies. They do not reflect anything that you see in the black conscious community. We know what real black issues are. We know what the real B1 family is. We know what certified black society is. We know the issues that black folks are very passionate and adamant about. We know what the real black agenda is, not the phony, fake, falsified, mainstream one that they try to feed us. Nope, reject, because we know the certifieds from the counterfeits. We split the real from the fakes. Oh, that's one thing about B1 family. Shit, we know how to spot a fake one quickly. Fakes don't last long around here. We run their ass off the block. Ain't confusing and ain't no mistakes about it. B1 on code, straight from the top, fam. You got black folks from California, New York, Ohio, Georgia, Florida, Missouri, all over this fucking country. We throwing up B1s. I see it everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. But then you get these people who's supposed to be so in the fucking culture and they don't never mention it. You ever heard B1 ever come out of this motherfucker's mouth? And there's millions of B1s out here. Millions of them. I ain't never seen him be down. I ain't never seen him rock with us. He talk all that pro-black shit and he try to use our style and use our lingo, but I don't never see him down with real black society. And we the real ones in here. We the certifieds. I don't never see this guy. Never. He try to act like he's so on code, but ain't shit he do is codified. That's how you know he a sucker. And that's why every time I see him, my real nigga radar go off. A bitch nigga's presence has been detected. And they got the spotlight right on him. Now let's spotlight some of these white liberal policies and blackface. And he's got a whole list of them. But what you expect? Because he's a black activist. And that's what a black activist does. They act black, they act real, they act down, act woke. But in reality, he's a counterfeit. This motherfucker about his counterfeit is a $7 bill on a Wednesday. Now that's fucked up. Proceed. Now if him not being able to answer the simple question of what race he is wasn't bad enough, let's talk about all the money this motherfucker has flat out stole. Straight up milked Black Death for, straight up milked Black oppression for, got the bag and split. This is why he is an activist. He claims that he raised $345 million. $345 million for families, charities, campaigns. But when people dig into the books, they can't seem to account for any of that money. Matter of fact, when people dig into the books, the money that they do find was going to everybody except for the families. Wanna go deeper? Let's get it. He claims that in 2010, he raised $1 million for Haiti. Not no other group, not nobody he was working with, he did. He flew over that motherfucker and he just started raising money. In 2010, I didn't even know who this motherfucker was. I barely knew who this motherfucker was 2 years ago. But he says he raised all this money. But the group that he claims he raised it for, they said they can only account for $540,000. And only $200,000 even went to them. Now, this group that he raised it for, this was some type of white supremacist missionary group. So he's over there making deals with white supremacist missionary groups. And y'all know after Haiti, white supremacists flocked over there. And they made trillions of dollars off the backs of those Haitians that had just suffered an earthquake. Everybody knows about the shit that was going on in Haiti. Top to fucking bottom. If you think about it, it happened. And white supremacists were coming over there as missionaries and all types of devious motherfuckers. And they was milking those people. And they was brutalizing those people. And Shaun King was over there making deals with these motherfuckers. Talking about he raised this money. And then they had some type of goddamn white supremacist conflict. And they say the $1 million he said he raised, they never even got it. So you got one white supremacist arguing with another white supremacist off of money that they got off the back of black Haitians. Yes, indeed. Moho shit. In 2015, he said he raised $60,000 for Tamir Rice's family. And then when they contacted Tamir Rice's family, the family said they didn't even know about the fundraiser. This little fundraiser he said he put together, and the money and the funds were going to go to Tamir Rice's family, the family didn't even fucking know about it. They never heard of this fundraiser. Come on. Now when Tamir Rice's mother just went out and she lit his ass up, all these coons and these suckers was out here saying, man, that is wrong, man. Why is she saying those things? She's being mean. No, motherfucker, she being real. And if you don't like it, fuck you too. All right. Then when they put pressure on him and a couple of his buddies, they start giving the family a couple dollars. They was going to pocket that shit. They was going to stay quiet until the public came and said, yo, what's up with this fundraiser? Then all of a sudden the money shows up. It's like the motherfucker who owe you money and they not trying to pay you back. And if you don't say nothing, they won't gonna say nothing. And then when you check them, they be like, oh, here's the money. I'm sorry. Oh, I was gonna pay you back. I was. And no, they wouldn't. If you didn't say nothing, they was gonna stay quiet. That's what the fuck this motherfucker did. And there was a story that had came out about the money and how the money disappeared. And that's what put pressure on him. Then all of a sudden he started giving them little pennies. And you see this track record with this motherfucker up and down. I'm talking about all types of money he's supposedly raising, but really they just pocketing that shit. And it's going to everybody except the families. It's going to everybody except the victims. It's going to everybody except black society. This is why I say this motherfucker's a counterfeit and he's an activist. He's just motherfucking acting. Drum roll. And the Oscar goes to. This is what this motherfucker about. And then to make it even worse, he starts throwing out excuses. He said, well, failure is not fraud. Nah, motherfucker. If you said you raised $1 million and the money didn't get to the family, that's fraud, nigga. Okay, straight up. Don't basically trying to tell you, well, you know, I tried, but I didn't make it. No, motherfucker, you was lying. You was fronting. You was conniving. You was on some snake shit. Keep it real. And keep all your little phrases to your motherfucking self. That shit may work on a clown, coon motherfucker, but never on B1s, bruh. We see straight through you. And you see a whole gang of fraudulent shit. Check this shit out. The motherfucker has an audit. Everybody was on his ass. People was on his neck. I'm talking about black society was on his neck. They was like, yo, where the money at, bruh? Where the fuck you at? You lying. So what he do? He puts together a 72-page audit. But guess who audits him? Oh, black society. Listen to this shit. Listen carefully. Guess who he gets to audit him? Not the IRS, not any professional, not any group that we would ever respect. He went and got Black Lives Matter to do a fake staged audit. Didn't I tell you these were some activists? So not only is this motherfucker acting like he's raising money, not only is this motherfucker acting like he's black, he's going to go get a group that's acting like they're doing an audit and they're acting like they the motherfucking IRS. Get the fuck out of here. Look at the page right now. Look at it right now. This is the supposed findings of this fake ass panel. They had the nerve to say an expert panel. Where the fuck do you see any experts? Where in the fuck in your life have you ever seen somebody handpick who does an audit for them? And the people that he handpicked are all his friends. Can you imagine getting audited by the IRS and the motherfucker who does the audit is 6 of your homeboys? Can you imagine being investigated for any motherfucking thing and the expert panel who's doing the investigation is 12 of your motherfucking handpicked partners? Come on. So basically what we got is one fake motherfucker who went and got a fake group of his fake ass friends to do a fake ass audit, to put out a fake ass finding, and don't none of that shit hold weight. None of it. You know it's some white supremacist shit. It's like the government. Who investigates the government? The government. Who investigates the police department? The police department. Who brings race soldiers to justice? Other race soldiers. But look carefully. Guess who's on this motherfucking fake ass Black Lives Matter panel that is there to hide all the money that Fraud King done stole? Oh yeah, you ready for this one? The motherfucker who led the panel was Tamika Fallacy. Go motherfucking figure. A fake ass black activist, Shaun King, went and got him a fake ass activist, Tamika Fallacy, and they put out a fake ass motherfucking finding. Fake motherfuckers stick together. And that's why real ones spot their ass out, expose them. God damn, I told you, we ain't just giving out race receipts, we giving out spoilers. They should have known better than come around here with that bullshit. They should have known we was gonna grand slam their motherfucking ass. And that's what we did. And that's what we will continue to do anytime one of these black activists pop up and try to eat off the struggle of our people. So on this clown, I can go on for days. I can name you all types of shit. I could talk about how the money he supposedly raised, a lot of that shit was for immigrants, white liberal. A lot of that shit was for indigenous people, white liberal. A lot of that shit was for people of color, white liberal. As I told you before, you don't see anything directly for black folks. And that is a white liberal tactic one-on-one. Take things that are for black folks, give them to other groups. So if he's using white liberal tactics, that means he is a white liberal. And if he is a white liberal, then all that black shit, pro this, all that fake shit is a goddamn lie. Just like the motherfucker on his birth certificate is a goddamn lie, so are his motherfucking tactics. You're living a lie, homeboy. Get your shit together. I told you, that motherfucker ain't nothing but Rachel Dolezal. He's Rachel Dolezal the male. The male version. He went to transracial university. And one more thing, and I don't appreciate nor respect this shit. He also tried to milk the death of our brother Chadwick Boseman, who played the Black Panther. Yeah, the day that Chadwick passed away, Mr. Fraud King put out a tweet, and in the tweet, he's talking about how you gotta live every day like it's your last, just like Chadwick and all these things. And then out of nowhere, the motherfucker says, people ask me what it's like to be an activist, and I tell them all the answers are in my book, go buy it. And people was like, what the fuck? One ain't got nothing to do with the other. Them should have been two completely separate tweets, other than you was trying to draw attention and get some motherfucking clicks by using our brother's name to promote your book. And people was lighting his ass up. I'm talking about everybody was lighting him up. And he does that same shit he does every time he gets lit up. He tries to come back with this stern defense and say, man, I stand by what I said. I wasn't trying to do that. Y'all tripping. And people was like, nah, motherfucker, we ain't tripping. You got a whole history of this shit, and then trying to throw that man's name and promote your book in the same motherfucking sentence when one ain't got nothing to do with the other. That's some fake shit. And people got on that motherfucker about it. And then he tried to come out and say, Man, I wasn't trying to promote my book. I don't even get paid for the book. And then he says he doesn't get paid for the book. And right after that, he says he got an advance for the book a year ago, which means you got paid for it. This motherfucker tripping over his own feet. He done tied his shoestrings together and is falling. Ain't making no motherfucking sense. And once again, this is what happens when you back a motherfucker into the corner with the truth. They don't even know what to say and they start contradicting themselves. That's what this whole ass motherfucker did. He tried to make it look like he makes no profit off the book, but then he tells you he got paid in advance. That's profit. That means you made profit off the book. And either way, that shit still affects your bottom line. So you know what the fuck he was doing. In the same way that you milked the death of Tamir Rice, you milked the death of the people in Haiti, is the same way you try to milk the death of our brother Chadwick Boseman. But it's been easy all along to see how he was a white liberal in disguise. Straight up. He was out here endorsing Bernie Sanders. I'm telling you, he take up every motherfucking white issue. He ain't never talked about nothing real. Only time he ever talks about a black issue is when he's talking about some type of police injustice. Some shit that white liberals can benefit from, whether financially or politically. Remember, white liberals will never support any issue that black folks can control. Okay? They'll never support reparations because we'll control that. They'll never support black communities, something that we can control. They'll only support something through voting, something that they can benefit from. We give them our vote, they got the power. They can just sit back and not do shit with it. You feel me? They can talk about police brutality because police brutality gets us to vote for them and it goes back to them. They still got the power. And these are all the issues that Fraud King picks up. He don't never pick up no real B1 issues because black folks is out here talking about building our own fucking communities. Black folks is out here talking about building our own fucking towns. Black folks is out here talking about putting our fucking money together and letting that black dollar circulate. This nigga don't ever talk about that shit. Now how the fuck is you supposed to be some pro-black dude, but you missing all that? These are B1 day one issues. But you don't know that shit? That means you ain't no fucking B1. That means you ain't no certified. And what it really means is that you are a fucking counterfeit. Liberal in disguise. I remember he talked all that shit about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Man, I ain't supporting them. Fuck that. And he only said that shit because he knew certified black society didn't fuck with them. That's it. He said, who the certified blacks against? Oh, certified blacks don't like Joe Biden? I'm gonna be against Joe Biden. Oh, certified blacks don't fuck with Kamala Harris? I'm not gonna fuck with Kamala Harris. He talked all that bullshit. And on election night when they got elected, he was out this motherfucker waving the flag, caping. Talking about some, oh, this is a great day, and oh, we done broke barriers and all that shit. He went from super black guy to that white liberal popping out in a matter of hours. And that tends to happen. These motherfuckers can't conceal that shit forever. He was one of those anybody but Trump motherfuckers. Once again, a white liberal talking point. This dude ain't nothing pro-black. Alright, ain't shit pro-black about this guy. Not even his birth certificate, apparently. So fuck that dude. That's Fraud King, and you have officially been exposed. Listen to this bullshit and him milking Tamir Rice's death. This is why his mama going off.
I told Tamir's uncle, don't worry. Hang in there. We're going to get justice for your family. Not a single fiber in my being thought that an incompetent police officer, who never should have been hired in the first place, could get away with killing a sweet 12-year-old boy.
Y'all heard that shit? Now y'all hear this shit. But didn't I just tell y'all there was a fundraiser and the family didn't even know about it and get no money? So you see how Tamir Rice's name is coming out this motherfucker's mouth and he's talking all that, we gonna get, what you mean we? We gonna get justice. Who? Who's we? You talking about black people? You talking about the black community? Cause you ain't. And then you notice how he's refraining from saying the word white supremacy or race soldier. He says an incompetent cop who should have never been hired, indicating that it was all one big mistake, indicating it had nothing to do with the color of Tamir Rice's skin. You see them trick words and that little sleaze bag shit? Case in point. And to add more shit to it, then you come to find out that this bitch ass dude, Fraud King, he out here trying to run down the fake black dudes who supposedly attack some Asians. All that fake anti-Asian propaganda and all these fake 1980s breakdancing agents that they got that are fucking immigrants that they're trying to blame foundational black Americans for. This bitch ass dude is out here trying to hunt down, putting up hotline numbers and feeding into all of that bullshit. So he's supposed to be one more time this real deep certified black motherfucker, but he out here assisting in all that fake FBA propaganda. Once again, fuck Fraud King. And to make that even more fucked up, our sister Queen Vicky Dillard said that when she gets on Twitter and Facebook and all these things and she types in this motherfucker's name, his name is blocked, won't even come up. Because he's hiding. Why? Because he's been exposed. Why? Because he's a biatch. Straight to the motherfucking core. And we exposing motherfuckers on the daily right here on the Black Alpha Network. And it's gonna keep on coming. There was another financial fraud that his name was implicated in. Yeah, apparently Shaun King and this group that he's been working with, some group called the Real Justice PAC. Yeah, those people in the Real Justice PAC, they were funneling money back into their own bank accounts, back into businesses that they work for. And none of those businesses had anything to do with black people. They were raising money for black people and they were laundering this money laundering. Okay, one more time. They were raising money for black people and then they were laundering the money back into their own bank accounts or back into their own business interests. This came out clear. This wasn't even on no black shit. This was a report that came out in the Washington Free Beacon. Straight up and down. This is some white shit. And they was calling it out. That bum ass dude from Black Lives Matter, D-Ray or whatever the fuck his name was, he came out and said, man, I don't even know where money's going with Shaun King. Now, you know he a bum, and he calling out this other bum, so you know some bum ass shit is going down. But back to this story. This Real Justice PAC that Shaun King is associated with, already he's associated with missionary groups in Haiti, flag. You feel me? Now he's associated with this Real Justice PAC, and these motherfuckers was taking money, and they said dozens of checks that tallied up to $460,000 were split into 3 political consultant firms. None of them had anything to do with black people. And these are the people that Fraud King is in bed with. They say he may not have profited personally, but what he did, he got some of his hand-picked friends again, and he put money in their pockets, all white people. And this Real Justice PAC is basically a white democratic organization. So he got some funny style friends. I'm talking about Black Lives Matter bums, Tamika Mallory bums, My Song bums, Real Justice PAC bums, white missionary groups in Haiti, super bums. These activists are real motherfucking sneaky. They real motherfucking shifty. So that's that bum. Throw his ass in the motherfucking trash. We moving on. But before I get to this next motherfucker, let me make a real quick intermission. Alright? Let me expose a motherfucker on the way to exposing a motherfucker. Tamika Mallory, your ass is next. Sit still. Let me talk about this Willie D nigga. This hoe ass motherfucker. This slow poke talking ass motherfucker. I'm Willie D from the Ghetto Boys and then no more talking. This the only motherfucker on earth who talks slower than Joe Biden. You know when your ass talks slower than Joe Biden, the lights is on, but ain't nobody motherfucking home. This motherfucker ain't nowhere near the sharpest knife in the drawer. He's softer than a butter knife. He gonna come out and say some shit about Samaria Rice. First off, fuck you, Willie D. You try to talk all that gangster shit and all that black shit. You a slow poke hick motherfucker. You's a hick Billy. Shut your motherfucking mouth. Keep her name out your motherfucking mouth. Keep Tamir Rice's name out your mouth. You one of these sleepwalkers. You know what a sleepwalker is? That's a motherfucker who thinks that they woke, but really their ass is sleeping. You ain't no real black dude. You ain't no certified black. You ain't on no B1 issues. You your typical smut motherfucker. Only difference is you's a slow smut. Motherfucker gotta put a dog leash on you and walk your ass down the street. You's a bum ass nigga. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life say this about her. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life mention her name. This nigga said some shit like she's an agent. Well, you's a bitch nigga. A bitch. Straight up. I mean, when this nigga even become pro-black? All of a sudden when blackness pop off, Willie D's old 999-year-old ass wanna get black. Want to make all this black shit. I thought the motherfucker was really like on some real B1 certified shit. Then I heard him talking. Every single thing he says is some democratic shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, he's one of these smut motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And then he had the nerve to mention her. Keep her name out your mouth. Alright? You Jed Clampett talking motherfucker. I ain't got time to wait 2 years for you to finish a sentence. You slow poke. I wonder what your motherfucking IQ test is. I bet mine in the 3rd grade was better than yours. You's a dumb nigga. You the nigga in the motherfucking Ghetto Boys nobody even remember. Alright? They remember Scarface, Bushwick Bill, and that old bald-headed nigga. And that's you. Don't nobody even know you. Nigga, the midget is more famous than you. Alright? And I will be sending this to this motherfucker's page. I will be DMing this shit. I will put fuck Willie D and post this pod on it. You will see this shit, nigga. And when you hear it, don't try to get my shit shut down like you try to get the black authorities. Yeah, I seen you. Jason Black called your ass out about a year ago. You hoe ass nigga. So take your slow poke, Jed Clampett talking ass, try to work on finishing the motherfucking sentence, go read a couple goddamn books. You ain't country nigga, you's a hillbilly. So shut your motherfucking mouth. Don't ever in your life mention no real black queen, especially a black queen who lost a child. You feel me? Shut up, go write a fucking verse, nigga. I mean, what's your known verse, nigga? What songs you ever made? I don't know no song from this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you going down in the cooning history books. Willie D, no more talk. Yeah, nigga, no more talk. Shut your fucking mouth. Motherfucker, you make Joe Biden sound like he talking fast. Nigga, how the fuck you talk slow and still don't make no fucking sense? We would figure it takes you an hour to finish a goddamn sentence. We would figure you would understand what you're talking about. I will make sure he sees this. I will post his shit on every goddamn page he got. I'll put it on his Facebook page, his Instagram, his Twitter. When y'all see this shit, y'all be like, hey, they go Black Alpha 6, that nigga at it again. You will catch this motherfucking work. You ain't gonna run from it, nigga. You slow turtle talking motherfucker. I know Jason Black and the Black Authority was on this nigga a year ago, and he was doing a little sneaky shit like trying to get the dude's page removed. What kind of old bitch ass shit is that? You get no pass for being in the Ghetto Boys, nigga, because nobody knows you was in the Ghetto Boys. No one even fucking heard of you. You know what I mean? It takes a couple niggas from the 80s that might remember you. Might, nigga. If you give them a truth serum, they might fucking remember you, nigga. And it's funny, nigga that says no more talk, can't talk. Okay? Take your own advice, motherfucker. You coon ass nigga. No respect. And Black Alpha gonna air your ass out every time. Oh, I don't play. You'll never talk about no black queen. That'll never motherfucking happen. Nope. Nay, maybe these suck ass niggas will let that shit go on. That shit'll never slide with me. You talk about a black queen, she can step to the side, nigga, and I'll see you. Fuck, boy. Nigga, you the stepchild of the Ghetto Boys. You ain't the Ghetto Boy, you the ghetto bitch. Your mind must still be playing tricks on you. This nigga mind been playing tricks on him since 91. He out here tricking, that's your fucking problem. Now, moving on to Tamika Mallory. Let's go and get on this Cadillac Grammy Award motherfucker and her boyfriend, My Song, or DJ Vlad's bitch. You know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers is getting rounded up because we don't play no games. Tamika Mallory, or should I say Tamika Fallacy, because ain't shit about her real. Her old counterfeit ass comes out, does a fucking Grammy performance, sells fucking Cadillacs, all off the strength of dead black people. Once again, these activists. She been doing a lot of fraud shit for a long time, her and her dude Mike Shaun. If you look at them, all you see is dollar signs in their fucking eyes. You tell that they're people who are completely motivated by money. And they don't really give a fuck about what's really going on in blackness. I never liked it because I always seen her in the pictures and she's always locking arms with white folks. I couldn't ever find any pictures of her with black women. Never. It was always with white women, Spanish women, Asian women. She made it clear she's on some multicultural, we're all the human race. Racism go both ways. She's one of them racism go both ways motherfuckers. Have y'all ever seen a real certified black alpha queen hang around white women as much as Tamika Mallory was? I never have. Because what it is that she's not no real certified black queen. What she is a counterfeit Negro, a black white feminist woman, and she uses the black platform to get off her white feminist agenda. The same way Shaun King uses the black platform to get off his white Democrat liberal agenda. It's the same thing. Same motherfucking thing. And we all know it. We all seen it. We just exposing it right now. She was leading the white woman's march. The white woman's Me Too march that came on after Donald Trump. She was one of them. She was one of those anybody but Trump. Democrats. That's what she was. She's fake as fuck. Now she's out here doing these Cadillac commercials. She's out here doing Grammy performances. This motherfucker got more endorsements than the Migos. I seen her on the Grammy stage before I ever seen the Migos on the Grammy stage. I see her out here selling Cadillacs before I seen Drake selling Cadillacs. She's really getting paper off of this. Now, y'all know goddamn well you never trust any black person that white society praises. So the very fact that they're praising her and saying, here's a Grammy Awards. Here's a Cadillac commercial. You think they're gonna really ever do that for a real sister? You think Tamir Rice's mother would get that? We were just talking about Tamir Rice's mother. You think white folks would ever say, here's a Cadillac deal? Here, go on the Grammys and give a speech about your son. No, because she done been vetted by white society because she's one of them. She comes from the school of Al Sharpton. Her parents were a part of Al Sharpton's group. Doesn't that tell you everything? She's an Al Sharpton disciple. Get the bag off the strength of black people and make money off it. Just like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson been fucking doing for years. Like I was just saying, you think Tamir Rice's mother would ever be on the Grammy stage? Do you ever think Trayvon Martin's mother would ever be on the Grammy stage? Do you think Eric Gardner's people would ever be on the stage? No. She's been on the Grammy stage and did Cadillac commercials before any of these black women whose kids have been murdered. Before any of these black women whose husbands been murdered. For any of these black women whose daughters have been murdered. I've never seen Sandra Bland or any of her people on these stage. I've never seen Corinne Gaines. I've never seen Rakita Boyd. I've never seen Jordan Davis, Philando Castillo, Freddie Gray. I've never seen any of the mothers out here. But you see Tamika Mallory? Because she works for them. She is a real motherfucking agent. Yes, indeed. She serves white supremacy. She serves white feminist women. That's what she is. She's one of these motherfuckers that looks in the mirror and she sees a white woman. All she is the liberal version of Candace Owens. People who try to intellectualize the black struggle and try to make it look like it's something supportive of black people, but really it's supportive of whiteness. That's what she is. That's why she's caking out. Now, when Tamir Rice's mother came out and called her out, she basically used some straight white supremacist tactics. Oh yeah, straight up. She says, well, I know what you said and you just mad and you just angry. I understand you lost a child and sometimes when you lose kids, your motherfucking mind go crazy and you just don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it ain't me. It ain't the millions of black people who are calling my ass out. It ain't the shifty shit I done did. It ain't all the funny style backstabbing things I done. It's you. It's your anger. You just mad that the white man killed your boy and you can't think straight. So I take your apology and I just take it that you mad because you're not smart. Wait a minute. Did Tamika Mallory just angry black woman Tamir Rice's mother? Goddamn right. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck she did. Tamika Mallory just hit Samaria Rice with the angry black woman. She did the same thing white folks do. I seen white women say that to black women. I seen white women come out and be like, oh, you're just angry. You're just frustrated. Oh, Shaniqua, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just upset because you're a nigger and niggers have it rough. You'll calm down. It's not white supremacy or me. It's just your anger. That's exactly what the fuck Tamika Mallory just did. Oh no, anything you say about me isn't true. It's just you're mad because your son died. Sorry. Call me. This what the fuck we talking about. And this is why we exposing this bum. And this is what the fuck they do. She went into white supremacy 101. Anytime a black person tries to accuse the accuser, they got that shit from white folks. That's what she's doing. She's trying to accuse Tamir Rice's mother of being angry so she could take the spotlight off of her selfish ass. Pure deflection. White supremacist tactic 101. But hey, fuck it. I ain't gotta say it. Let's listen to her in her own words. Cause right here on the Black AlphaCast, we break shit down thoroughly. Ain't no escaping. Ain't no hiding. Ain't no running. You can hop that fence and sprain your ankle, but we gonna walk your ass down. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk her ass down right now. Let's let the people hear how she said it. Listen how she goes into her white feminist playbook, cause she been around all them white women. She done had her nose all up them white women's pussies. Okay, let's listen to how she pulls the white woman feminist angry black woman card on Samaria Rice. Listen carefully.
That whenever a child or any person, but particularly a child, is killed, this nation should have erupted. And the fact that she did not get the proper justice for her son would make anyone angry. Would make anyone angry. Would make anyone angry.
Would make anyone angry. Not the things she said about me are true. Not she's saying something that millions of B1 black folks feel about me. None of that. She's just angry. So not only is this woman using Tamir Rice to get paper, to clout chase, she's also telling Tamir Rice's mother, oh, you just angry. Hey, she just angry black woman her. She just angry. She would never say that shit to no white woman. When them white women told her ass to step down off the woman's march, off the woman's fucking rally group or whatever she was a part of, which she had no business being a part of. But when them white women came down on her ass, she didn't say y'all just angry. But when it came to a black woman making legitimate claims, oh, I just see why, she didn't get justice and anyone would be angry. And anyone would be angry. Fuck you. Then she says, call me. She said, I ain't talk to you. Now she can get a hold of the Grammys. She can get a hold of Cadillac, but she can't get a hold of Samaria Rice. Cause you don't want to. You're running. You're spraining your ankle, hopping that fence like I was just talking about. Now listen to her talk about the divisiveness. White Supremacy 101. You being divisive. We all humans. Watch her talk this shit again. Now she's trying to blame Tamir Rice's mother for being divisive. Here we go. Listen.
To get caught up in the divisiveness that I know can happen in this movement is to get caught up in the divisiveness that I know can happen in this movement. So again, if people are watching, looking for some aha moment of me speaking negatively about or to Miss Rice, it's not going to happen.
Well, actually, it did already happen because you just called that woman angry. And you just said her behavior is divisiveness. That sounds like when a white person basically calls you nigga and said, I didn't say nothing. What do you mean? You see that little backhand shit? Listen some more.
Ms. Rice has said that she wants me to, not speak of her child. And while I may not have been doing it in the past, I will be very, very, very careful going forward to ensure that I respect her wishes. I think we both can say that, we will be very careful to respect her wishes, even if we feel that we're using all the names in order to make a bigger point. We will be very, very, very careful not to disrespect her wishes.
Now watch how she contradicts that statement right now.
Again, just to reiterate, under no circumstances would we ever be so disrespectful as to use the name of a person, child or otherwise, that we have not met, worked with, and talked with their family and have not been directly asked to uplift their child's name or their family member's name.
Now y'all see how just a minute ago she said, we may use everybody's name just to bring a bigger light to the picture. And now she's saying, we would never use the child's name if we ain't met with him. Which one is it? Is it that we use everybody's name, which means you done talked about everybody, including Tamir Rice? Or is it that we wouldn't use his name if we ain't met with him? Now let me show you how she contradicts whether she even met Tamir Rice's mother or not. And by the way, don't she sound like a white woman? Don't this sound like a Karen? You know she been sitting around white folks. She been acting like a white woman all day. I see when black women put pressure on her, she goes into her Karen playbook. And she uses all those tactics that she learned from white women back against black women. This is the motherfucker you gotta watch for. Now watch her contradict herself. And then we're gonna get to my son, his old bitch ass. He next.
Situation, which Ms. Rice has already said, we've never even met. If we have, never even met. Never even met. Never even met. If we have, it has been something like maybe at a conference, I may have been introduced or we may have seen each other in that way, but we've never actually sat down, had a phone conversation, or met in any way, and so therefore...
What? What the fuck? Did y'all even follow that? We never even met, but we may have met. If we did meet, then it wasn't then because it could have been later. And if I did see her later, it's because what was going on yesterday. Did you meet her or not? Did you meet her or not? Which one was it? All right. It sounds like you're trying to cover your ass. You're trying to cover your ass, Miss Fallacy. And you should see my song. This nigga just sitting there like, yep, DJ Vlad. He probably think about DJ Vlad's dick in his mouth right now. You know, he ain't even thinking straight, all right? He just can't wait till the interview's over so he can call up DJ Vlad and go get some more money. Because DJ Vlad be loaning this motherfucking money. Yeah. So she don't make no motherfucking sense right there. She's guessing, she's all over the fucking place saying, I don't know if I met her or not. If you so deep and you so into helping black women and you so deep into helping black folks out and black mothers and you care so much that you went and did a Grammy performance, why you don't remember if you met this lady or not? Shouldn't that be something high on your list? Your whole thing is about helping black women, but you don't remember if you met this black woman or not. And she's the one black woman who had a 12-year-old murdered, but you don't remember. Okay, because you full of shit. Y'all remember when Tamika Mallory, this pro-black woman, said this shit right here? Straight out the white feminist book. Listen close.
Then maybe you're going to have to start talking about sexism, which I would argue is almost worse than, maybe worse than racism in this country. Almost worse than, maybe worse than racism in this country. Racism in this country. Racism in this country.
And then on top of that, when she does her little Cadillac commercial, when she does that bullshit, the first thing she's talking about is black women will change America. The same black women that you have Breonna Taylor and the Sandra Blands and the Corinne Gaines, and black women are out here getting shot, murdered. Their kids are getting shot, murdered. Their husbands are getting shot, murdered. Their uncles, their brothers, their fathers. What the fuck gives you the notion that white America is going to be accepting of that? Or are you just talking out your dollar sign seeing ass? Okay? That's the thing. You want to come with that hoax, that pretend bullshit. You want to kick that white feminism shit. That's for white women. Sisters is out here riding. Sisters is out here in these streets throwing up that B1. Sisters is out here really getting it. How do I know? Because I come from a whole family of them. And the black women in my family, the black women that live in my motherfucking neighborhood, the black women I'm close to, they don't talk none of that Tamika Mallory shit. They ain't out here locking arms with white women, kicking their goddamn legs like cheerleaders, talking about women pride. No, they're talking about black women. They're talking about black family. They're talking about B1. They're not talking about white women and Asian women and all that, because they understand those women don't fuck with black people. So how the fuck, on one hand, is you so woke, you so into blackness, but you don't even understand that a black woman and a white woman ain't even seen the same? Huh? Matter of fact, there's a line in the fucking sand. You got sisters, queens, and goddesses, and then you got all of those others. Those others are those people of color. They don't fuck with us. Are those white women. They don't fuck with us. All those minorities. They don't fuck with us. And a real sister, a real brother, we know that shit. But Tamika Mallory somehow missed the memo. Her and my song. Because they are both a bunch of activists. Fake as Lee press on nails. Ain't shit real about them. And damn sure ain't nothing black about them. Now, let me get to my song real quick. Because I ain't never liked this dude. My son was one of the motherfuckers that a couple years ago was talking about shooting people and killing niggas and all that, and then he comes out trying to be Mr. Conscious Man. But there's a lot of hole in his consciousness. When black folks was calling out DJ Vlad for all the whole ass shit he did, my son was on the front line defending Vlad. Talking about some, man, no, Vlad didn't mean that. No, wait a minute now. Y'all ain't gonna be talking good about Vlad. Vlad's a good master. Straight up. That's what he was doing. He was making every excuse in the book, and it was a bad look. Just like Tamika Mallory and her Cadillac and her Grammys and her white woman obsession is a bad look. This motherfucker was riding for DJ Vlad. He was fighting black folks about DJ Vlad. He was on the internet. I'm talking about in little motherfucking message boards saying, man, don't talk about Vlad that way, man. Vlad, my friend. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Do y'all know any real conscious black folk who really talks all that black shit that he be talking that would ever defend DJ Vlad? I don't know none. That's means of termination. That's means of disqualifying. Your ass is disqualified from the black conversation. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all hear how he's disqualified. Listen to how he defended DJ Vlad when he was talking to Royce the 5'9".
Is that more serious than him disrespecting the minister?
Because he didn't disrespect the minister, because
Yes,
he misquoted a statement that came from somewhere. He got misinformation. He explained that the information that I got was wrong. Immediately when I seen the full thing, I immediately fixed that situation. That's what he did.
He did fix it. He did. He took down
Listen to
every
this motherfucker.
video
He did fix
that
it.
was
He did.
He didn't.
Vlad is a good master. I promise.
that's what I'm
Getting
telling
all
you.
mad and shit.
So, but that's what you saying fixing is apologizing. My thing is making sure that the words he said, saying that the minister never said that, taking down the shit that the whole interview that was up there that said he said that. That's fixing it.
So you don't hold him.
Because those wasn't his words. He quoted something.
This motherfucker is defending Vlad like ain't no tomorrow. Now, let's fast forward. I'm gonna play you another clip. Just a few months later, he got mad at Vlad. Now he says he's against Vlad. But it wasn't because of what Vlad did. It wasn't about Vlad disrespecting black people. All of a sudden now he gets mad at Vlad. Why? It's because Vlad told everybody that my son owes him money. So when it come to him disrespecting black people, it's, no, don't talk about Master that way. No. He don't care when he disrespecting the community. But soon as he said your bum, broke ass owed him money, then all of a sudden, you don't want to fuck with him no more. Listen.
He also told him something about giving me money, which was completely false. Over a 12-year friendship, Vlad has loaned me money. I probably was short for some shit happened to my car. I called Vlad. Yo, I'm in a situation. I need an extra such and such. I got you. Oh, yo, I need an extra such. Probably 2 times this happened in a 12-year relationship as a friendship because this is my friend. But that wasn't related.
Okay, now you see how he contradicted himself in that statement. The same way Tamika Mallory contradicted her own motherfucking statements, saying, I never met her. If I could have, I would had. If didn't, would, not should, ain't. Okay, he said the same shit. Vlad said that he gave me money, which is completely false. But he did give me money 2 times when I was short with my car, when I was short with my gas, when I was short with my steering wheel, when I was short with my damn tires. Hey, somebody tell these motherfuckers, do not tell a lie and then tell the truth right after you tell your lie. Motherfucker, if you lie, just stick with the shit. Don't tell me you never met Tamir Rice's mother and then the very next statement tell me that you did meet her. Don't tell me you never took money from Vlad and then the very next statement tell me you did take money from Vlad. Motherfucker, get your shit together. I mean, damn, y'all motherfuckers gonna be some actor-vists. At least get your act right. Oh, so this is what it's about. Vlad been loaning you money. Vlad been coon subsidizing my son. So my son been taking money from white supremacist DJ Vlad the same way Tamika Mallory is taking white supremacist money from Cadillac. You see how both these motherfuckers got a long list of getting money from white supremacists? Now, when Tamir Rice's mother comes out and says y'all motherfuckers is clout chasing and y'all making bank off of black people, motherfuckers get mad. But when you listen to these motherfuckers talk, my son saying he taking bank from a white person. Tamika Mallory got an endorsement deal from Cadillac, a white group. So proof is in the motherfucking pudding. Both of these motherfuckers is taking money from white folks and then trying to flip that shit on black folks. And when it all come down to it, they gonna take that dollar bill over black people. They ain't nothing but some scavenger, hyena, activist, fake, fraudulent, counterfeit motherfuckers, and they have all officially been exposed. And that's what the fuck we do. I mean, I should just say case motherfucking closed, cause that's a motherfucking stamp. Done. So Tamika Mallory, my son, both of y'all are officially ran the fuck up off the block, kicked the fuck out the building. Bye-bye. Go over there to them white folks, alright? Go to them feminists. Go to DJ Vlad. They might let you sleep in the garage, okay? But you'll never walk down the street in certified black society again. Both of y'all are done. Shaun King, fraud, king, whatever. Fuck you. Done. Benjamin Crump, you was never in here. Willie D, go get a goddamn Hooked on Phonics book, nigga. I'll pay for it. Fuck you. And since we own it and we own one, this is a special fuck you to anybody who got a problem with Tamir Rice's mother. If you got a problem with that lady, fuck you, straight from the Black Alpha Network, signed, sealed, and delivered. I put my name on that shit in cursive. If you got any issue with any black queen who is defending her son who was murdered by these race soldiers, fuck you. So here's what we do. We don't just go after the coons. We go after the coons and any motherfucker who excuses them. Fuck them all. Hey, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. AKA, we can knock a coon out and slap they motherfucking friends too. 2 times. Oh, and by the way, damn, we done laid everybody out today. Shit. Hey, everybody who was on some fuck shit got served tonight. We ran about 7 motherfuckers off the block. They can't come around no more. That's how I do, baby. Be one forever. On code lifestyle. We with it. It's sunny as fuck where I'm at, so I'm about to go outside. I got some things I got to take care of. This one love to y'all. Black Alpha Network. Subscribe to the channel, hit them notifications. We pushing, we building, we working. I love the B1 family for life. I love all my brothers and sisters and kings and queens and goddess and gods. We better than everybody else. If they don't like us, fuck them. We winning, they losing, and that's just what it is. Y'all stay safe out there. If you see a coon, expose them. If you see an activist, expose them. And anybody who's on that shit, knock their ass out. Keep pushing that line. But before I go, I got one goddamn question, and I know y'all already know the answer. What is the best part about waking up black? It's another day to go out and be excellent. And that's what I am about to do. So as I say bye, I'm walking out my goddamn door. All right. Y'all stay safe out there, and I will catch you on the other end. One love, B1 family. Salute.